spotlights shine them bright. Gonna have a brand new show tonight with glitz and glam on the marquee. Perhaps a Tony nominee. Stars beam brightly, see them glow. Sell out nightly, SRO. It's time to applaud the Broadway Beat. Stars beam brightly, see them glow in the footlights of a show. Life is sweet on the world's most famous street.
Tickets, please.
Take a seat.
Cue the band.
And have your feet to the rhythm of the Broadway Beat. The Broadway Beat. Broadway Beat.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge, and welcome to Broadway Beat, our weekly half-hour behind-the-scenes look at the very best of the New York theater on Broadway and beyond. Well, we're in the height of the awards season, so this week we bring you highlights from two of them. We'll drop by the Marriott Marquis for the Drama League Awards luncheon. This yearly must-attend event honors the very best of the theatrical season. Then it's on to New World Stages for the 22nd Annual Lortel Awards, which are given for outstanding excellence off-Broadway. But let's start things off by giving you a look at the last show of this season's City Center Encore series. It was Stairway to Paradise. It was an original production billed as 50 Years of Review in Review. It was directed by the renowned Jerry Zaks and starred Tony Award winner Kristen Chenoweth, Kevin Chamberlain, Christopher Fitzgerald, and Ruthie Henschel.
We'll have Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island too.
It's lovely going through the zoo.
It's very fancy on Delancey Street, you know.
The subway charms us so when balmy breezes blow
To and fro.
We do everything alike, we look alike, we dress alike, we walk alike, we talk alike, and what is more, we hate each other very much. We hate our folks, we're sick of jokes on what an art it is to tell us apart. If one of us gets the measles, another one gets the measles, then all of us gets the measles, and mumps, and how I wish I had a gun, a little gun. It would be fun to shoot the other two and the only one.
The Lortel Awards, which are named after the late Queen of Off-Broadway, Lucille Lortel, are given for outstanding excellence off-Broadway. They recently held their 22nd annual awards ceremony at New World Stages, co-hosted by Tony Award winner Bebe Neuwirth and Bobby Cannavale.
No. This evening's nominees for Outstanding Play are The Busy World is Hushed, written by Keith Bunin, produced by Playwrights Horizons; Dying City, written by Christopher Shin, produced by Lincoln Center Theater; Indian Blood, written by A.R. Gurney, produced by Primary Stages; and Stuff Happens, written by David Hare and produced by the Public Theater. And the 2007 Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Play goes to Stuff Happens.
Outstanding solo show went to No Child, written and performed by Nalaja Sun. Outstanding revival was August Wilson's 2 Trains Running. Outstanding choreographer was Andy Blankenbuehler for In the Heights.
The nominees for Outstanding Lead Actor are Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jack Goes Boating. Russell Hornsby, King Hedley II. Peter Francis James, Stuff Happens. Lee Pace, Guardians. And Michael Stuhlbarg, The Voisey Inheritance. And the 2007 Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actor goes to Peter Francis James.
Proud to present the 2007 Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actress. The nominees are Rebecca Brookshire, Dying City. Jill Clayburgh, Busy World is Hushed. Patricia Heaton, The Scene. Gloria Rubin, Stuff Happens. And Lila Robbins, Sore Throats. And the 2007 Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actress goes to Gloria Rubin.
Outstanding featured actor was Arthur French of 2 Trains Running. Outstanding featured actress was Sherry Renee Scott for Landscape of the Body. 5 special awards were presented, including the Lifetime Achievement Award to Kevin Kline.
When I got word that they wanted to present me with this Lifetime Achievement Award, I was frankly, it was actually about 2 days after I'd closed in King Lear down at the Public and had stupidly, self-destructively read the New York Times review. So when I said, I'll take it. I was feeling bad, and I was feeling that maybe my career was over, and so it's appropriate to get a Lifetime Achievement or whatever. But it's a weird thing because it's not a gold watch, saying thank you for 35 years of devoted service. Now piss off. I don't think, but and there's no such thing as a sort of midlife achievement award. But I don't think I'm quite finished. But I will accept this for so many reasons. An actor's life is weird, and there are highs and there are lows, and this is a high, and we take as many highs as we can get, because there are plenty of lows to go around for all of us. And this evening has been really delightful, and the idea of awards is kind of, I've always thought I'm against them in principle unless I'm getting one. But I think it is a wonderful chance for actors and designers and directors and all of us to really act, because we all pretend to be competitive, but in fact, that's not what we do. It's certainly not when we work. But we take part in this celebration, and it is celebratory, and we're not the only profession to celebrate ourselves, so I'm not going to be embarrassed for all of us. It's nothing to apologize for. This is really very nice. One thing did occur to me. Imagine being nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award and then losing.
We're all gonna brag and say we knew your way. Yeah, this was your home. Welcome home. When you're here with me. Welcome home.
So I'm delighted and honored to present the award for the best musical. And let's see. Now I hope I get the pronunciations right. The evening's nominees for outstanding musical are Gutenberg, the musical. Written by Scott Brown and Anthony King, produced by Trevor Brown, Ron Kastner, Terry Allen Kramer, Joseph Smith, in association with the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. And In the Heights, book by Chiara Allegria Judes, music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda, produced by Kevin McCullum, Jeffrey Seller, Jill Furman. All right. Spring Awakening, book and lyrics by Stephen Sater, music by Duncan Sheik, produced by the Atlantic Theater Company in association with Tom Holtz and Ira Pittleman. And Striking 12, book, music, and lyrics by Brenda Milburn, Rachel Scheiken, and Valerie Vigoda, produced by Nancy Nagel Gibbs, Greg Schaefert, in association with Mark Johannes and Amy Danis. And the 2007 Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Musical goes to, open envelope, goes to In the Heights. It's a tie, In the Heights and Spring Awakening.
Yeah, you're fucked, alright, and all for the fight. You can kiss your sorry ass goodbye. Totally fucked, so they mess you up, but you know they're not as right. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah,
The Drama League, which is one of the oldest organizations which brings together both artists and audiences for the theater, recently held their annual luncheon at the Marriott Marquis Hotel. The dais was filled with some of the finest actors working in the theater today. This year's honorees included Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, John Kander and Fred Ebb. Michael Mayer received the Julia Hansen Award for directing Spring Awakening, and the Distinguished Performance of the Year Award went to Liev Schreiber for Talk Radio.
The nominees for Distinguished Production of a Play are Blackbird, The Coast of Utopia, Coram Boy, Frost Nixon, No Child, Radio Golf, The Scene, and The Year of Magical Thinking. And the winner is The Coast of Utopia.
Well, you often hear people say that they have a once-in-a-lifetime experience and stuff like that, but we really have. Nobody will ever do a 9-hour play again. It'll be a long time anyway. I feel like I took a year off from my life and went back to school with Jack O'Brien and Tom Stoppard and this giant cast. I've never felt so much a part of a company, what company means. I didn't even know what company meant, really. And now I do. I've never done a play as in rep. You know, we do a different show every night. I mean, the word epic is overused because we're really doing an epic.
How am I supposed to give a small response to something that's 8.5 hours long? It would take too long. I don't know what it's going to, I'll know on Sunday when I walk away from it, because it's work. It's serious work, and I won't know until it's over. I mean, it's been an incredible journey, but it's all uncharted territory for any of us, like playing stuff in rep, doing marathons that are 8.5 hours long. It's uncharted territory, so it's new every time you do it. And
what were those days like, the marathon days, when you did all 3 plays back to back?
The marathons were where this exists, where Coast of Utopia exists. The difference between single shows and marathon days is extraordinary, and I'm sure people who saw the marathons had an unbelievably different experience than the people who saw the shows individually, and as did the actors, because we get buoyed by the audience as well, and the arc of the play becomes very clear when you're there for the entire whole journey of these characters. They were extraordinary. I mean, it was like a rock concert at the end. If you were there, it was the nearest thing to a rock concert at the end.
Hello. My name is Lin Miranda. You don't know who I am, but I'm in this musical I wrote, I did them both in tandem. So this is random because I can't sing like the Phantom, and I won't ever hold a candle close to Marlon Brando. But yo, I'm on this dais with all these amazing players. I kind of feel like Salieri next to Amadeus. But let me say this, I want to thank the Drama League for calling me a nominee. If it's a mistake, I'll take the anomaly. Honestly, the In the Heights cast makes it easy. I want to thank Tommy Kail for making everyone believe me. I thank my mom and dad for being here today, for working 16 hours and coming to every school play. Man, it's hard to even talk. I used to work at Mickey D's, and yo, that's freaking Ethan Hawke. These Puerto Ricans talked enough. I'm trying to get brave, and Mom, I promise one day you'll meet Vanessa Redgrave. Thank you.
Well, I just loved it. I mean, and each character I played was so different that each had its own little journey to go. And he's a master craftsman. He really is. And the way he kept refining the play. He was rewriting just about till opening night. So he was constantly changing it and refining it. And so it was really, as a playwright, it was a really interesting example of somebody who really just doesn't put it down until the last possible moment.
Exhausting. No, it is. It's tiring, but in a very good way. It's you get asked a lot. How do you feel every night doing this play, going through these emotions, which are so clearly not uplifting. But the truth is, your reward more than outweighs the effort you put into it, and it's been wonderful.
No, yeah, we've had a fantastic time, and hearing and seeing the audience's response to the play every night, and it's a great piece of writing, and I think we all feel very lucky to get to do it.
What I find so delightful about this show in particular and working with her is that there's no planning involved, and I know that I can just walk out on stage at any given moment and it's going to be different, but not crazy different. She's not like a maniac out there, like an orangutan coming at you with... Wow! But really, I feel it's incredibly liberating to know that you have a partner who has your back. And I just walk out into the scenes with her and I know that something different and fun is going to happen.
It's like a tennis match.
Without the rackets or the balls.
Oh, right.
Or the lines or the net.
Oh, right.
Or the line judges. Or the umpire.
Well, luckily I'm not nominated for anything, which is great. You know what? It's a great honor to be recognized. The best part about it is the fact that you get to see a lot of other actors who you're friendly with and may not have been able to see for a while. You get to meet other actors you may not know and get a chance to get to know them. At every award ceremony, dinner, dais I've been on, I've had a chance to get to know somebody who I didn't know before. and that to me is worth it. You know, the icing on top of the cake is to be recognized by your community and to be feted. But the only thing I will say about it is that I always feel it's odd to be competitive about something that is ultimately so subjective. How do you judge between art? You know, how do you choose? And that being said, I think it's good to also recognize people who are up and coming and to give them the kind of hope and encouragement to keep doing it. Someone's watching you, someone's noticing you, you're good.
Well, it's just an honor to be doing the last August Wilson play. My first play ever was Piano Lesson, which was with August, so I have gotten to work with him. And it's just one of those achievements in your life to go, I got to work with one of the greatest playwrights of this century.
Well, it's really fortunate. We're so fortunate to get to do this 8 nights a week because we have, or 8 times a week rather. The audiences are just such a joy. It's really rare that you get to look out at curtain call to a New York, city theater audience and see, people of all ages, all shapes and sizes from all walks of life, and they're all brought together and they're enjoying your show. And it's really rare, I think, that a show, in my experience, not that I am a seasoned veteran or anything, but from the shows I've done, you don't always get such a varied audience that comes together and shares a love for this thing that we love. So it makes it all the more better in that sense.
Yeah, and the material is so great that you sort of discover something new in each performance, and you sort of see, because we get to watch the show every night, it's exciting as well to see other actors sort of discovering new things every night, so it's a constant sort of source of inspiration to be able to watch each other and do it 8 times a week.
Do you know what? It's amazing. I'm exhausted, but it's the most fulfilling exhaustion you could possibly have. And it's pretty awarding, to use the appropriate word, for afternoons like this where you get to meet. There's so much of the Broadway community that I have yet to meet, but I admire so greatly and respect so very much. So to actually be here at a luncheon with them makes me feel like $1 million.
Well, it was already transformed into a play before we started rehearsing. It is a play. It's not a dramatization of her book, because she reviewed and rethought and everything, and worked with David Hare, and they workshopped. So by the time I came into the picture, the play was written, but I could never have done this without David Hare's direction. He's the most extraordinary director, and he and Joan were straight online, completely online, so they got me online.
Well, the three of you were sort of joined at the hip. The rehearsal process was very intense, with Joan sort of rewriting during rehearsals.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of laughs.
Oh, I'm sure. And let's talk about the audience.
The audience laugh a lot too, because she's got such humor in the way she sees what happened, that it strikes chords in me and the audience, that moments that are terribly, terribly funny when you go crazy through grief.
Well, I have to say that it's the hardest show I've ever done in my life. I was thinking that while I was coming over here. It is the most fulfilling, but it is the hardest because it's completely putting your guts out there every night, and it's so personal to me, completely personal. And it's putting your soul out there, and it's my story, it's my life, and I have to dance really hard, sing really hard, and act really hard, and it's intense. It's intense, and I have to do that 8 shows a week is hard, but it is everything you want in a performance and in a part. It's everything you want because it incorporates everything in your body. You know what I mean? Your heart, your soul, your physical, your mental, your voice. So it's fulfilling. It really is. And when it hits, it hits. You know.
It's hard to. It was a utterly unique experience in the theater. I've done a few plays now and never experienced the excitement of doing rep, and particularly with Tom Stoppard epic at Lincoln Center. It was all such a gift, a sentimental and romantic gift, and the company of actors numbered over 40, and so there was a kind of pack mentality. Everybody sort of stuck together. No big squabbles. Nobody stood out. It was really exciting.
I was scared of it and thrilled and enticed and seduced by it and the other people who were involved. And this character, every night is such an incredible opportunity for discovery, and I always say a little prayer to just whatever Lotta wants to send my way for me to be open to it. She's just an incredible woman to have a chance to even take a shot at trying to find the essence of, because and tell the story of their relationship. So.
A friend of mine summed it up very well. They came to see it the other day, a friend of mine from London, and said, how can you not love doing this? You sit in the theatre, there's a beautiful red velvet tab, and then an overture strikes up, which takes you right back to a time when musicals had tunes you could hum. So for that, and the company I am blessed to work with on every level, I'm very, very happy.
It's lovely, mainly because it's the only time you really get to spend with all your fellow actors, and because we're all on the same schedule, so it's just sort of like one big party for everybody, and just to celebrate our work and see each other and catch up. So I just look at it as a good social time.
The nominees for Distinguished Production of a Musical are Curtains, In the Heights, Kiki and Herb, Alive on Broadway, Legally Blonde, Martin Short, Fame Becomes Me, Mary Poppins, and Spring Awakening. And I just got a paper cut. Ow. Hey, I can handle it. Spring Awakening.
It's like just kiss some ass, man.